I want to be honest with you, I'm a mess right now. I had an infection about 2 weeks ago, and although I kind of feel alright right now, I still struggle really much to get going, to start doing things, to become myself again and get back into the routine I had. So I decided to remind you and me, especially me, that it shouldn't be too hard to get back on track. I can start small, and it will be even better than having a to-do list of 10 things that, let's be honest, will be untouched. So how about just a few really small things that can immensely change your life for the better? The first thing that I noticed helped me a lot is hiding my phone when I do what really matters. Sometimes we think that we need to just train our willpower, and maybe when the 100th times we ignore our phone that is lying right beside us, we will become real strong in our willpower, and it will become easier to let go of this bad habit to check your phone while you're doing something. But it doesn't work this way, unfortunately. When you see your phone, it is a stimulus for your brain. Stimulus creates a desire, always. And fulfilled desire gives your brain a reward. Maybe you've heard something of dopamine. After receiving the reward again and again, this habit only becomes stronger, and the soul starts with a stimulus. The only way to fight some habit is to eliminate the stimulus. When you're about to do something really mindful and important for yourself, like chatting with a family member, working, having a bubble bath, which is also very important, before that, hide your phone just to eliminate even the possibility of having that stimulus in your brain that can create a desire. This is the real way to fight any bad habit that you want to get rid of. As a result, you can do more for less time, you can be more focused, you can have more time for things that matter, and more importantly, you can enjoy things that you are doing and be present in the moment, not getting distracted by all the small notification that comes to your phone. All you need to do is to hide your phone while you do things that matter to you. I myself, I hide my phone in that drawer that's right into my desk. And even though it's very close, like the phone really close to me, but I still eliminate that stimulus that is created visually when I see that phone. I don't need to hide it like to the 3rd floor and forget about it. You can just take it out of your sight and it will make a huge difference, I promise. Second thing that I can't recommend enough is meditation. Yes, meditation is not for everybody. It's true. And I thought the same. I thought it was not for me too, until I realized how immensely it helped me with my sleeping problem. I've always been a bad sleeper. I tried changing pillows, mattresses, I tried changing schedule, different habits, but the one thing that made really huge difference is having a 10-minute meditation before going to bed. The best way for me to do those meditations is with Aura, that is sponsoring today's video. I use Aura every single day. It's all-in-one app that can help you with your well-being and sleep. It has thousands of meditations, breath works, hypnosis, sound baths, and even coaching. My favorite sound baths definitely contain something with raindrop. You can even have one-on-one sessions with professionals if you have a struggle that you really want to work out more thoroughly. You simply pass a short quiz where you describe your preferences and your situation, and Aura itself chooses the best activity exclusively for you. You can listen to a mindful story, learn to calm down using your breath, or try the good old meditation for anxiety. If you feel like this is what you need right now, it is completely free to get started using my special link in the description box. First 500 people will get a free trial and 25% off for the subscription. And as I have not that much traffic at my channel, you definitely have a chance to be among these first 500 people. I am telling you, Aura makes my sleep a lot better better. It is also doing a real good job in maintaining myself a calm, stress-free, and just a normal human being. Thanks to CHORE for sponsoring today's video and for supporting me in my journey of wellness and sleep. The next habit that definitely changes my life on a daily basis is eating a little bit of fruit and vegetable every day. It doesn't have to be the whole bowl of salad every day if you're just starting out the healthy eating, but how about remembering that good old saying that 1 apple a day keeps the doctor away? Because of the infection, I recently lost my taste and smell, and this is a pity. I feel terrible because of that, because I really like some yummy food. But when it happened, everything seemed in vain. I was just eating crappy food because why bother if I don't feel the smell and taste anyway? But having something like KFC or sausages all the time will not make my health any better and will not help me recover faster. So I slowly make myself eat some lemon and ginger to, revive my taste and smell receptors. And of course, I started to incorporate some real simple fruit like apples and plums that are in season right now, because whatever happens, and the simplest thing that we can do is to continue taking care at least of our body. So eating just a little bit of fruit and vegetable, even if it's just one fruit and vegetable every day, will not do any harm. Moreover, it can help you get back on track, get out of that slump faster. Number 4, I have a budget for self-care, for just having fun, for just stupid things that doesn't seem that bring any value to your life or just unnecessary, but it's important to set a budget even for that. Remember the day when you wanted a donut so much, but it is kind of out of your budget or slightly more expensive than you usually afford, or maybe you just desperately need that 2-day trip after the whole week of stress. We can sometimes be just too strict to ourselves, not having a budget for simply having fun that we all need sometimes. As soon as I started to have that budget set apart, especially for moments when I want to just splurge on something, I started to feel safe. If something happens, I know I have the capacity to live through this moment of my life, at least financially, because I have an ability to spend on self-care without exceeding enormously my budget, because I had money set up for that, and I will not blame myself in the end. I really recommend setting budget for something like that for you too. One more thing that has changed my life is doing at least one house chore a day. Yes, this is not a lot, this will not keep your house clean, but it will definitely not let your house go. It will also prevent the mess from piling up, so that when the cleaning day comes, usually for me it's Saturday, you don't have the overwhelming amount of work to do, you have like a reasonable amount of work to do, just because you did these small steps that can take up like 5 minutes a day, every day. I already learned that it will feel 10 times better if I just, for example, do the laundry when I don't do anything else this day, because even if the day feels lazy, doing one house chore helps you not be that desperate about it, but to feel somewhat proud of yourself that you at least did one thing and you took care of the future you that will not have to clean the whole pile of things in the end of the week. The last and I think most important thing that I do is I don't let myself go to bed after 11 p.m. But, well, it doesn't mean that I make myself stay up after 11 p.m. You get me, I try to just go to bed earlier. At any point of my life, if I see that I go to bed after 11 p.m., I know I'm screwed. I let myself the worst, neglecting my basic need of a good sleep every day. Especially with my sleeping problem, I have to be extra careful in keeping my sleeping routine healthy. And I do that by not letting myself go to bed later than 11 p.m. Yes, sometimes I fail in that, and that's normal, but the key to this process is not letting yourself fail twice. If one day, for example, you stayed up late, you always have the next day to recover from that and to go to bed earlier. One more really useful thing that I try to keep up with is regularly decluttering and keeping organized my digital space. My computer, phone, that's basically all devices I have. And if you would like to see how I decluttered my computer completely and made it super clean and organized, I recommend you watching this video. Also, here you can find my Patreon page where I really recommend you to check out what I have. And thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate your view, thumbs up and a comment. Have a good day. Bye.